Oklahoma, rocked by violent spring storms.
It was so scary. I just thank God we're all okay.
Damaging tornadoes. Historic flooding.
This just happened so fast.
And dramatic rescues.
He was trying to get his family out. The tree fell on top of him.
2 Works for You at noon starts right now with live team coverage. 2 Works for You begins with a severe weather alert.
And good afternoon. I'm Scott Thompson here in the Weather Center with Clint, where we begin our live team coverage here at 12 o'clock. We also have crews, of course, all across Green Country looking at damage. And Clint, it's been a busy 24 hours for you.
It certainly has. We've just had round after round of severe storms, but it's finally beginning to calm down out there.
Out of the state.
Yeah, exactly, which we certainly like to see. Not looking at anything in the way of watches anymore. No longer do we have any type of warnings in effect. So there's a check of dual Doppler radar as we see the heaviest line of storms pushing across western Arkansas. Now, still a few light showers across the immediate metro, heading over towards Sapulpa, Broken Arrow, and a little bit of a heavy shower between Salina and Adair up in Mays County. And then farther down to our south, across western Pittsburgh County, heading up to about Henrietta, some scattered showers, which are drifting to the north, but they'll be moving out throughout the next hour or so. Temperatures, not really all that bad. Lower 60s in Bartlesville, 67 in Tulsa, around 70, heading down towards Stigler. So we will be drying out this afternoon. We'll also be talking about that next chance for rain, and also a look at your Memorial Day weekend forecast. That's all coming up in about 15 minutes.
Thank you, Clint. We'll see you soon. And we have been seeing several water rescues overnight and early this morning from the fast-rising flood water, including at a mobile home park in Collinsville, where several families are out of their homes. This happened about 1:30 this morning at Horsepen Creek Park. Rescue crews used several rafts during this rescue operation that lasted about 3 hours. The Collinsville Fire Department responded. They also got some help from the Rural Fire Protection District and Owasso and Limestone departments. They got between 20 to 25 people from their mobile homes, including children and babies. Some of those who were rescued said it was frightening to see the water rising so quickly inside their homes.
I was freaking out. I am still freaking out. It is a nightmare. I was just worried about getting my daughter, and I was worried about my best friend and her kids and everybody in the trailer park. It's a nightmare.
Now, residents say this area is prone to flooding, but the water had never been this high. Collinsville firefighters say the last time this area flooded this heavily, was in 1986. And while we wait for the National Weather Service assessment of the possible tornado that ripped through North Tulsa, residents are cleaning up the damage this afternoon. Tulsa police ask you to avoid the area from North Peoria to North Delaware and from Marshall to Pine. 2 Works for You's Giselle Puente's live from North Tulsa with a look at the progress that's been made in the past several hours. Giselle.
Well, Scott, there's certainly been some progress made, but you can still see uprooted trees just like this one here behind me all over in this neighborhood near Newton and North Lewis Avenue. Some of these trees snapped and fell in front of people's front yards, and some were blocking main roadways and neighborhood streets. Now, the cleanup is underway here, but there were also knocked power lines causing the residents to be without electricity for several hours. In fact, some of these residents still don't have power. Part of a home's roof was also ripped apart here, and there was debris scattered all over. Now, some people living here say when they woke up to the tornado siren going off this morning, they immediately took cover. While they experienced terrifying moments inside their home, they're thankful they came out alive.
I just thank God we're all okay. It's all that matters, is we have our lives. Thank God for that. You can replace your home and your cars, not your family.
Tulsa police also responded to the area earlier to direct traffic while city crews work to remove the trees and any tree branches. Now, while it could be a long recovery process for the people living here, we've seen several neighbors and city crews helping each other out, and that is what residents here choose to focus on, the people's and strangers' kindness. Reporting in North Tulsa, Giselle Puente, 2 Works for You.
Thanks, Giselle. And when the storms rolled through, they knocked out power to thousands of homes, as Giselle mentioned. Statewide, more than 7,000 homes and businesses remain in the dark. Here at the noon hour, Tulsa County has more than 1,200 homes without electricity. In Delaware County, that number is just about 1,000. Cherokee, Mays, and Creek counties, each reporting outages below 1,000. This morning, severe weather delayed and closed some schools across Green Country. Tulsa Public Schools were on, and then they canceled classes later in the morning today, as did Bixby and Sand Springs. Jenks Public Schools started school an hour late. Meantime, Union Public Schools delayed their start time by 90 minutes today. And with the storms rolling through the area this morning, some government offices and schools changed their schedules. The Tulsa County Courthouse opened at 10:30. The Rogers County Courthouse opened at 10 today. And the Tulsa City County Library branches all opened at 10 o'clock this morning. We continue tracking road closings throughout Green Country this afternoon, and Tulsa's traffic expert Travis Guillory continues our team coverage with the impacts on your drive. Travis?
Yeah, Scott, the good news is that a lot of these roads are now reopening. The bad news, though, especially a lot of these eastern counties, we're looking at, Mays, Delaware, Craig, low-lying areas in those counties prior especially definitely are still seeing some flooding. Up here, though, we're looking at Osage and Pawnee counties. Good news is we are now open. It's still purple right there. It hasn't been updated yet, but Highway that's 20 is going to be open from Hominy, that's west of Hominy. Also, Highway 99 is open north of Hominy, but still dealing with a closure on 64 just east of Pawnee. And then also over here, Skiatook. Skiatook got hit real hard with some of these downpours that we had. So still seeing some closures there and a lot of other areas further down south into Tulsa County. These should be reopening pretty soon. Parts of 64 closed in Bixby and in Leonard. Looking at the city of Tulsa now, here's a list of all of the areas and the intersections where the city says you need to avoid at all costs, whether that be flooding, whether that be debris, just definitely areas to avoid. Also in Sapulpa, a little bit further south, you folks got hit with a lot of flooding as well. That's still there. Most of that flooding in Rock Creek, the Ozark Trail, the water's just inches away from overcoming that historic Route 66 bridge, and Overlook Road water is just inching into overflowing the bridge there as well. So basically, if you see a bunch of these things popping around those barricades, don't try to go around them. They're there for a reason. You don't know how deep that water is, so you definitely want to turn around, don't drown, and don't go through those barriers. Scott?
Alrighty. Thank you very much, Travis. It's not just road travel being impacted today. Tulsa International Airport continues to feel the effects of this morning's storms. We checked just before we came on the air here. There are still 2 cancellations. 19 others are delayed. Now, at the height of the storm this morning, 18 flights were canceled. So you want to check with your airline if you're flying out of Tulsa today. With the rain we got yesterday, the Corps of Engineers continues to balance lake levels as best they can. Kaw Lake has risen to nearly 28 feet above normal stage. That water eventually flows into Keystone Lake, which is more than 25 feet above normal. Keystone Dam is releasing about 47,000 cubic feet of water per second right now to help make room in the Arkansas River for all the runoff from last night's rain. The current river level at Tulsa is nearly 11 feet. Last night it was 12. Action stage, it's called, starts at 15 feet, while flood stage starts at 18 feet. So we're 7 feet away from that in the Arkansas. With the current threat of severe flooding, Oklahoma Emergency Management's posting tips to help you stay safe. Make sure you continue to monitor the weather, of course. Follow any evacuation orders you might get, and be cautious when trying to cross through floodwater, because they could hold hidden dangers like power lines and toxins. Last night's storms took a deadly turn in Mays County. Lightning struck a home between Pryor and Adair, which caught fire while the family was sleeping. Family members tell 2 Works for You that 2 people died there. We know it was a child and an adult. Stay with 2 Works for You as we work to learn more on that. Daylight revealed the damage from an apparent tornado in the small town of Peggs in northern Cherokee County. 2 Works for You's Megan Allison is live, where authorities went door to door overnight. Megan, what's the latest for us here at 12:09?
Here in Peggs, it is far and wide destruction. There are pieces of metal, clothing, personal belongings, all spread throughout the broken trees in the distance. But I'm going to step out of the way so you can get a closer look at what's going on here. This was an auction house just yesterday. The business opened a year ago, and they were preparing for a busy summer season. And this concrete slab that we're standing on, this was a body shop. You can see there is 1 car over just to the right. Here was the only car that they were working on. That was crushed by a tree and is just filled with some of the other debris from this area. And if we walk a little bit further this way, we can take a look at the home right next door. They had very extensive damage as well. When we talked to the homeowners, they told us that they believe they were protected by the trees over there. They are decades years old. They fell all around the home, and when we spoke with these family members, they say they're just relieved that everyone is doing alive and well. As far as both the business and the homeowners, they have community support, and that's helping them pull together. We'll have more on that coming up tonight. We'll also make sure to keep you updated on Facebook and Twitter, as well as our free 2 Works For You app. Reporting live in Pegs, Megan Allison, 2 Works For You.
And volunteer fire crews are launching boats to get to people trapped in water-filled homes in Avant. 2 Works For You morning anchor Corey Duke is at Bird Creek along Old Highway 11 for us this afternoon where those rescues are taking place. Corey, how much of that area is underwater?
Scott, well, officials tell me this entire town is flooded, and fire crews are actively working to get people to safety. Check this out. You can see the water here on the road. That's about 3 feet deep. On the other side, that is Avant, where those folks are trapped. Now, about an hour ago, crews launched a boat here. They tell us they've received reports of a 12-year-old who needs help. That rescue was their first priority. Now, volunteer firefighters also say the water in Avant varies in depths.
They're telling me that the whole town is at the shallowest spots are 8 inches, and then some of it is up over the tops of trucks.
Now, these fire crews say this flooding is the worst they've seen during their time volunteering. They say it's a similar scene to when they were deployed to Houston during Hurricane Harvey. Now, officials are urging everyone to stay away from this area as the flooding is continuing to get worse as this rain continues. So do avoid this area. Live in Avant, Corey Duke, 2 Works For You.
Thank you, Corey. More videos, of course, coming in of severe weather just ahead. Some more areas that have been hit hard by the severe weather over the last 2 days. You're watching 2 Works For You at noon.
I want to get married.
Sure about this? Your son would want you to go after the woman you love.
Mom? Why is she bleeding?
The Village season finale tonight on NBC.
Tonight,
you definitely should win The Voice.
The finale is here with 4 finalists and must-see performances from music's hottest stars.
The winner of The Voice is...
The Voice finale, live tonight on NBC.
Summer is just around the corner, and it's a great time to replace your AC before you need it most.
Save big with rebates that are available right now,
while improving the comfort and efficiency of your home.
Don't let the Oklahoma heat catch you unprepared. Call Airco Service,
the company you know.
With showers and storms in the forecast, those clogged up overflowing gutters can cause a lot of damage. Damage to the overhang and trim, your landscaping, even your flower beds and foundation. Protect your home with one call to Leaf Guard of Oklahoma for the only seamless one-piece rainwater management system that's built to stay clog-free, guaranteed. Leaf Guard has earned the Good Housekeeping seal 14 years in a row, and we offer a lifetime warranty that's transferable. Now's a great time to call Leaf Guard of Oklahoma and take advantage of our spring bonus sale. You'll save with 75% off labor on a complete Leaf Guard system. We have the financing. Ask about 12 months, no interest. There's a bonus. Call during this program and you'll receive a $100 Visa gift card with purchase. Leaf Guard of Oklahoma, call 1-800-427-6786. That's 800-427-6786.
When Oklahoma weather causes the power to go out, you can be left in the dark. Keep your lights on and your furnace running thanks to a new whole home generator installed by Airco.
And right now, save big on a new Kohler system. Call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
Buffalo Run Casino Weather Camera Network brings you 2 Works For You weather.
The flooding of Bird Creek around Skytook has gotten so bad that it's almost impossible now to drive into the town. 2 Works For You's Christine Maria is live along Highway 20, we think. Chris, how bad is the flooding down there this time?
Scott, I'm standing on Highway 20. This is normally a roadway with field on either side, but it's just a lake right now, and this is how bad the flooding has gotten, and Bird Creek is actually still a mile to our west. Now, I'm told over near Skytook, OHP, it's just as bad, with 5 families now needing to be rescued from the high floodwater. This road has been blocked off all morning, with traffic trying to find any way around possible, but getting to Skytook has been seemingly impossible, and that was even before this morning's storms came in. Now, we were out here this morning much earlier. Those severe storms brought heavy rain and winds, and now you can see what that did to these low-lying areas. And now I know this is an extreme example, but it's a good point to show that these areas do flood really quickly. They fill up with water really quickly, and you never really know how quickly this is going to flood and how much really is going to fill up and how deep it is. So it's best to not be standing in the water, not be left out here and turning around, and don't drown. Scott, I'll send it back into you.
Thanks very much. And as the severe storms move through green country over these past 2 days, you have sent us lots of photos and videos of what was happening in your hometowns. Kayla Cortez in Welch sent us this shot of lightning striking near her home there in Welch. That's dramatic. Viewer Laura Carter sent us this picture of hail that fell near her home in Veneta. That's a little bigger than a marble. And from Karen Thomas Gardner, we got this photo of a flooded city park up in Skiatook.
Now, 2 Works For You weather, brought to you by Route 66 Chevrolet and Nissan of Tulsa.
Well, at last, we are now in a break of the severe weather, which we have been having to deal with about the last 24 to 30 hours. Very impressive rainfall amounts, too. Osage County, one of the areas hit very hard from about 6 to 8 inches of rain. The Tulsa area had generally about 4 to 5 inches of rain. Talala, 6 inches, or at least about 6.5 inches, 5.8 inches in Pawnee, and a little bit less amounts heading down across portions of southeast Oklahoma. So where is the rain? Well, it is on the light side, and the heavier storms, the severe storms, are tracking the way across portions of western Arkansas. Now, as we zoom in across the immediate metro, you'll be able to still see just a little bit in the way of some light showers taking place right here around Broken Arrow and Bixby. A little bit heavier activity back towards the Tahlequah area. Nothing severe, but some heavy downpours near Holbert and Tahlequah, and then further down to our south, tracking some rain around Henrietta, back across portions of western LaFleur County, and more showers down toward the McAllister area as they continue to lift up to the north. And we're going to see a lot of this begin to push out by afternoon. And we'll, of course, have the latest forecast for you right now from our newest member of the 2 Works For You weather team, meteorologist Kerrigan Chauvin.
And yes, Clint, so we are finally starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel. Out on our Brookside Skycam right now, conditions much better than they were earlier this morning. Still seeing some clouds off into the distance, but this is all part of the Buffalo Run Casino and Resort Weather Camera Network. Temperatures outside right now here in Tulsa at 67 degrees, and we are seeing that dew point in those 60s as well. Still a lot of moisture in the air all throughout the area, though. We are seeing temperatures ranging from those middle 60s up in Ponca City, ranging all the way to near 70 down in McAllister. So definitely seeing a temperature gradient over the course of our viewing area. We are going to also see this line of showers and storms slowly begin to move out of the state of Oklahoma and to our east, as we are seeing a clearing move our way as we go into the night tonight and into your Wednesday. So highs for today likely going to be reaching those mid to upper 70s throughout the area. Once we slowly get some of that cloud cover out, we'll be able to warm up, and overnight temperatures dropping into those upper 50s. So tomorrow morning going to be a little chilly to start the day, and then we're going to be warming up once again as we go into the afternoon. So planning out your Wednesday, here we go. We are going to start off mostly clear. We're pretty much done with the rain until the afternoon. A much drier setup starting to take place, but we can't rule out 1 or 2 showers or storms beginning to develop as we go into your Wednesday afternoon. And if we look at the week ahead here, we are seeing a week of unsettled weather to begin with for your Tuesday all the way into the weekend. But starting into next week, things remain a little bit drier and warmer. We're seeing a nice warm up begin to set up all throughout the area. And as we go into your Memorial Day weekend, temperatures warm and weather looks to be staying dry. And back to you, Scott.
Thank you, Kerrigan and Clint, very much. Severe weather causing danger all across the southern plains these last few days. Just ahead, the life-saving tips if you're caught in the middle of one of those big tornadoes.
Where can you have fun all around? From spinning balls to waterfalls, rolling dice to sliding twice. It's Seven Clans Casino, Hotel, and Indoor Water Park. 7clans.com.
It's time for the Two Works For You giveaway. Go to kjrh.com/contests right now. This week's prize is a 4-pack of tickets to Safari Joe's H2O Water Park. Just go to kjrh.com/contests for your chance to win.
Hello, I'm Abby. Welcome to Abby's Jewelry.
Abby's Jewelry is where you'll find fine jewelry 50 to 75% off. Save 50% on jewelry repairs, and watch batteries are $10. Get 0% financing. Visit Abby at Promenade and Woodland Hills Malls.
I held the ladder. Wayne climbed up there, my husband, and cleaned those gutters out, and it was always touch and go on who was going to do the first run to the hospital when we fell.
About 97% of ladder-related injuries occur at home. So before you climb up to clean out your clogged gutters, make the switch to Leaf Guard, the only patented one-piece seamless system that's guaranteed to stay clog-free. So there's no need to get up on a ladder. Leaf Guard works on the principle of liquid adhesion, drawing water into the gutter while leaves, pine needles, and other debris roll off. So call Leaf Guard of Oklahoma right now for special savings on a complete Leaf Guard system. Take advantage of our spring bonus sale, and you'll save with 75% off labor. Ask about affordable financing, 12 months, no interest, and call during this program for the bonus, a $100 Visa gift card with Leaf Guard purchase. Call today for 75% off labor.
Welcome to the Neuropathy Treatment Clinic of Oklahoma.
We are a revolutionary FDA-approved treatment for symptoms related to neuropathy.
We are covered by Medicare and most insurances.
We are an answer for patients who have been told they must live with the pain of neuropathy.
We are long-term pain relief without narcotics, steroids, or surgery.
The Neuropathy Treatment Clinic of Oklahoma literally gave me my life back.
We are compassionate, empathetic caregivers, and you are our family.
The new Seven Clans Casino Hotel and Indoor Water Park is now open. Come get soaked in smiles. Summer reservations are filling up fast. Book your stay today. Slip, slide, and float the day away at Seven Clans. SevenClans.com.
What does it take to be great? Great discipline. Great commitment. Great passion. A great love for the game. Yeah, all of that and great rest. The Athlete's Choice Collection with B-Fit technology from Denver Mattress. Engineered for optimal rest, recovery, and performance.
Travis Guillory, only on Two Works For You.
More than a dozen tornadoes touched down yesterday all across the southern plains, causing widespread damage, of course, to homes and businesses and schools. And forecasters say more of that severe weather may be on the way as the system makes its way east. NBC's Carrie Sanders reports from Mangum, Oklahoma, down in the southwest corner, with life-saving tips for those in the path of danger.
Oh my gosh. This morning, the threat of tornadoes still very real.
Powerful tornado now coming up on Mangum, Oklahoma. There it is. It's now turning into a large wedge tornado.
Despite the significant damage, no reports of injuries.
Almost got 2 tornadoes on the ground at one time, Mike.
Earlier, chopper pilots capturing this double touchdown.
We got another tornado coming down, Mike.
More than 80 possible tornadoes reported across the country since Friday, according to the National Weather Service, including in Texas, funnel clouds spotted in Paducah and in Pleasant Farms.
Safety experts say if you can't get into a basement or a hardened structure, run to the bathroom to avoid the flying debris. The best place once you're in there, in the bathtub. Experts say when you get in the tub, grab something like a mattress and pull it over your head.
Near Geronimo, Oklahoma, Charles McKinney did not have time to heed that advice.
This is where my bed was. This is where I was sleeping.
His home now just a pile of debris.
Today, with the threat of more tornadoes and the possibility of flooding, some area schools have decided to remain closed again. Carrie Sanders, NBC News, Mangum, Oklahoma.
Firefighters make a daring water rescue after some flooding. The area is seeing the brunt of the damage. You're watching Two Works For You at noon.
All new Ellen, Will Smith, and the cast of Aladdin.
I'm producing my own live-action version of Aladdin. Now, I don't have the budget that Disney has.
Plus, these New York subway dancers.
Today at 4 on Two Works For You.
Summer is just around the corner, and it's a great time to replace your AC before you need it most.
Save big with rebates that are available right now while improving the comfort and efficiency of your home.
Don't let the Oklahoma heat catch you unprepared. Call Airco Service,
the company you know.
Hey, Tom Brandon once again for Leaf Guard of Oklahoma. You know, there are a lot of options out there for gutter protection, and everyone says they have the best. But Leaf Guard reigns supreme. Now, those other guys say they'll put a screen or a mesh on top of your old gutters like this. But as you can see, things start to stick to the top, and eventually nothing gets into the gutter, not even the water. Now, take a look at Leaf Guard. The top is not a cover, it's part of the gutter. Leaf Guard is the only patented one-piece seamless system with a clog-free guarantee. The water goes in, leaves and other debris roll off. Hey, be sure you call Leaf Guard of Oklahoma today for the spring bonus sale. You'll save with 75% off labor on a complete Leaf Guard system. There's 12 months, no interest, and we have a bonus. Call during this program and you'll receive a $100 Visa gift card with Leaf Guard purchase. Just call 1-800-427-6786 for Leaf Guard.
If you're turning 65, about to retire, or just new to Medicare, it's time to choose a Medicare plan. Start by calling Community Care, your local Medicare Advantage plan provider here in Oklahoma.
Advantage Medicare HMO plans from Community Care feature a $0 monthly premium option and much more. Our plans are the only Medicare Advantage plans accepted by both St. Francis Health System and St. John Ascension. If this includes your doctor or hospital, our in-network benefits can save you money.
You get prescription drug coverage, dental and vision coverage, transportation services, and more, all in one simple plan. Low copays mean fewer out-of-pocket costs for you. And the best news? Our plans start at $0 a month. Remember, if you're turning 65, about to retire, or just new to Medicare, it's time to choose a Medicare plan. We can help.
Call 918-594-5241 to find out how easy it is to choose an Advantage Medicare plan from Community Care.
When Oklahoma weather causes the power to go out, you can be left in the dark.
Keep your lights on and your furnace running thanks to a new whole home generator installed by Airco.
And right now, save big on a new Kohler system. Call Airco Service today,
the company you know.
For 65 years, we've served the people of Green Country. It's a legacy we're proud to build on today.
Good evening, I'm Beth Ringgold. Good evening, I'm Karen Key.
Good afternoon, I'm Jerry Weber.
Good evening, I'm Carol Larson.
65 years of working for you.
This morning, firefighters rescued a woman from floodwater in Oklahoma City. They were able to reach her. She was clinging onto a tree along a busy flooded highway. She was pulled to safety by a rope. She appeared uninjured. Here she is, as she was eventually led to land through that rushing muddy water. Now, a lot of roads, as you've been seeing across the state, are still closed because of the flooding, and forecasters expect the rain to continue, at least in far eastern Oklahoma, light, as it moves its way eventually to the east and out of the state altogether. Meantime, flash flood watches are still in effect across Green Country until later this evening. The Tulsa County Emergency Operations Center is still activated. Right now, they're tracking levels along creeks and streams and rivers.
They need to be able to have access to some form of shelter. If you don't have a storm shelter, we always recommend the innermost room and the lowest level of your home. Now's not the time to be panicking. Now's the time to be prepared.
In the meantime, there are a few emergency shelters open across Green Country to provide a dry place for those who have been forced out of their home here. Overnight, dozens of rescues were made in Collinsville, just ahead, where water rose so fast residents had just minutes to get out.
And still looking at plenty of clouds over Tulsa. We'll talk about when we're going to see some sunshine straight ahead.